What's going on, YouTubers? Your boy, Alyx Man, with a very short Raw review. This is my Raw review for April 14th, 2014. Ultimately, I have about 6 things I want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about the entire show because, honestly, the show wasn't really all that good. But there are some highlights about it that will at least make it worth talking about. First thing I want to talk about is, of course, the Ultimate Warrior tribute. That was done very nicely, perfectly. The tribute video was really good, and the tolling of the bell, the 10 bell tolls, was well deserved too. I really respect the fact that WWE did that for him, because he's done too much for the company to not have that. So I'm happy the WWE gave that to the Ultimate Warrior, and I like seeing people pay homage to him with the shirts and the face paints and the gears. It was really nice. So that was well WWE's part to do that. Paige had her first match against Alicia Fox, and she kicked her ass, and she debuted the Scorpion Crosslock, which I thought was really awesome. My only problem with this match was the commentary. I thought the commentary should have really sold that submission as a devastating move, because even for a female, that's a devastating move. If a male wrestler was to do that, it would be a crazy move. The fact that a female's doing it makes it even more crazier, which means they should be overselling it even more. And I don't like the fact that, you know, we just kind of brushed it off like, oh, a submission maneuver. No, that submission maneuver is crazy. Play it up. You know, play it up as like the Master Lock version of the female division. Seriously, remember the Master Lock, Chris Masters? When that thing was in, nobody could break it until Bobby Lashley did it and his career was over. But, excuse me, that shit happened with Paige as well. I think that when that submission maneuver is on, that's it. There ain't no getting out of it. There ain't no counters. Once that's locked on, you are done. And that should be how Paige's, you know, career should be built on. Not just that submission, of course. She has the Paige Turner and everything else, but that should be like the end-all be-all when it comes to her matches with the other divas. So yeah. And apparently all the other divas don't like her. Don't know why, because I don't know. They just don't like her. Whatever. They just don't like Paige, but I like Paige. I think she's awesome. And I can't wait for the feud between her and AJ. That has to happen in Extreme Rules. I want the rematch, and I want it to be a real match between AJ Lee and Paige. Make it happen, WWE. It has to. The Usos fought Batista and Norton, got some revenge, had a decent match. Then the Shield came out and beat their asses. John Cena in the Bray Wyatt promo. Bray Wyatt came out, did an awesome job on the microphone, like he always does. It's really cool. And then Cena comes out, and you know what? This is interesting, because I think John Cena coming out and being his lame, corny, Cena jokish kind of personality that just made me hate him so many times was done deliberately to make the fans turn on John Cena. Because it was so corny that even I think Cena didn't like it. So I think it was done deliberately to make the fans not like Cena. And then when Bray Wyatt came back and told Cena that, oh yeah, by the way, Cena said he wants to fight Bray Wyatt in a steel cage match at Extreme Rules, which is cool with me. But when Bray Wyatt came back and told Cena that the audience is turning against you and that he starts to sing this, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world. Seriously, we need to get this going, guys. If you're watching this video, if you go to a live event, every time he sings he's got the whole world in his hands, do this. This needs to get over. Seriously. But I think the reason they did the corny jokes was to get the audience to do just that for Bray Wyatt and create that scene. And I think it worked. I don't think it worked as strongly as it could have worked, but I think eventually it's going to serve a purpose, and if that was what the WWE was intending to do, they did a good job with that. But if they really thought the corny jokes were going to get over and that the audience was going to laugh, come on. Seriously? Okay, I'll admit that there were some kids laughing. But most of the crowd was just like, really, Cena? Really? Those corny jokes. WWE, again, preaches about making new stars and establishing new names all the time. Bray Wyatt needs to beat Cena in this feud. Cena can afford to lose to Bray Wyatt. Yes, he can. Alright? For Cena to beat Bray Wyatt, that's not going to do anything for anybody. Bray Wyatt beating Cena is going to do a lot of interesting things. And I want to see more of Bray Wyatt trying to find the monster side of John Cena. You know, continuing to push his buttons and find different sides to Cena, not just the same old quirky, hyper, smiling doofus that I'm just sick of seeing. Just do something different with Cena, please. I like serious Cena. That was cool. We don't get that a lot. Let's get angry Cena. Let's get confused Cena. Let's get scared Cena. Let's get something else besides the same old tired, smiling doofus we get 24/7. But yeah, that was nice. And then we got the IC tournament, which I think is brilliant. And apparently it's going to be on Raw. And I think the winner of that tournament is going to face Big E at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Cool with me. I do wish we do more promos. More promos with the contestants. And more screen time for Big E. I do feel like because he hasn't gotten a lot of screen time, he's lost his luster. And at this point in time, he has nobody backing him because the WWE has done a very poor job of making him feel important. And that is their fault. It's a travesty because he is so easy to book. He should be a dominant champion. Well, he hasn't lost his championship yet, so he's dominant. No, he just hasn't defended it a lot. That doesn't mean he's dominant. Oh, so Dean Ambrose is a dominant U.S. champion. Oh, wait. He's not U.S. champion anymore? Exactly. It's up to WWE, because apparently it seems like they want to take the title off of Big E. And if they're going to take the title off of Big E, the best person to do it is Cesaro. That is the hottest commodity you have under Daniel Bryan. Well, Bray Wyatt. I take that back. That is the hottest commodity you have under Bray Wyatt, because Bray Wyatt is under Daniel Bryan. How about that? So, yeah, Cesaro as IC champion, that's my guy to win. And hopefully he does win. Apparently last week, I went on a rant defending Damien Sandow about how the WWE has given him nothing to work with. They've stripped him of his gimmick, they've sent him on a losing streak, and they don't even let him talk about it. So this week, Damien Sandow got an entire segment by himself to talk about how he deserves it. How he deserves better, how he is a great talent and everybody knows it, and he deserves to be featured strongly like a Cesaro, like a Daniel Bryan, like everybody else. I like that. I want more of it. Maybe through personality, maybe through some of his, smart segments like he used to have on SmackDown, which, again, I don't understand why they took that away from him. When he bowed the chest on SmackDown, the chessboard, remember that? That was actually kind of funny. I want more of that, Sandow. You have this awesome talent on your TV set, and you're deliberately not doing anything with him, which I don't understand. I'm just baffled by that. It was good. It was really good. He didn't say anything, but he deserved it, but I enjoyed it. Big Show knocked him out, but Sandow hasn't looked any better since he cashed in on Cena. Seriously. Let's get to what everybody wants me to talk about. At the end of the show, The Shield fought 11 heels all at once. They got their asses handed to them. And then, Triple H, Batista, and Randy Orton came out to now the Evolution theme song. Awesome! I did mark a little bit. But yeah, Evolution has reformed, and all three of them entered the ring and beat up the Shield. It was great. And then at the end of it, we see them posing their natural Evolution stance with Triple H in the middle and then Randy Orton doing his thing. I just wish they would bring back the Nate. Come on, you got to bring back Ric Flair. You have to bring back Ric Flair and let him do his managerial things. It'll be awesome. That would be the nicest touch. That would be the perfect touch to this feud. I would love it. It's already great, but adding Ric Flair would make it even more awesome. You gotta do it. So, based off of this, we might be seeing Evolution versus The Shield at Extreme Rules. I'm all for that. No complaints whatsoever. I think that's a great idea. So, what it's looking like right now, folks, is for Extreme Rules, Cena versus Wyatt in a steel cage, a possible rematch between Paige and AJ Lee, Cesaro perhaps facing Big E at the pay-per-view. Cool, for the IC Championship. I'm up for that. Evolution versus The Shield. Awesome. So far, 4 matches looking like it's going to be set up for Extreme Rules, and I'm already excited for it. Now, I am intrigued about what we're going to do for Daniel Bryan. I don't want to see what I think is going to happen, though, because apparently we might be getting Daniel Bryan versus Kane. Now, listen, I am so happy that Kane is putting the mask back on. Thank you. Corporate Kane was a disaster. Like I said it was going to be. I knew from day one it was stupid. But everybody was saying, but the Lex, man, give it a chance. I gave it a chance. Was it good? Huh? Was it good? No, it wasn't. It was stupid. But in spite of that, I don't think I want to see Daniel Bryan versus Kane. Unless we're going to go 2003 Kane, where we see Kane trapping Daniel Bryan in a box and lighting it on fire. Okay. Or seeing him trap Daniel Bryan in a limousine, or electrocuting his balls. If we do that stuff with it, I think I can get behind it. But I doubt the WWE is going to go that far with Kane. And that's what makes me not want to see it as much. Because if I was to get Daniel Bryan versus Kane, I would want them to go all the way with it. I would want them to have Kane be a straight up destructive monster and bring fire and brimstone to Daniel Bryan's life. Kidnap Brie Bella and do some shit with her. Maybe set his house on fire. You know, destroy his car. Kidnap him. Electrocute his balls. Do something like that. That is the only way I would accept this feud. But if you're not going to go all the way with it, then don't do it. That is my advice. And that's how I feel about it. So, hopefully we get Daniel Bryan and Lesnar. But we might get Kane and Daniel Bryan. Alright, whatever. As long as Daniel Bryan is still champion, I guess that's what matters. And they do have history, so I guess that would make it even more better then. Whatever, tell me down below how you feel about it. Possible matches between Kane, Daniel Bryan, Paige and AJ Lee, Cesaro and Big E, Cena and Wyatt, and Evolution The Shield. How does that sound to you? Are you excited for Extreme Rules? How do you feel about Raw? Tell me down below in the comment section. And also look at my stuff in the description box. You know, Twitter, Facebook, Wrestling Paradise, all the mashups and second channel and doop. And that's all I got to say about that. This is your boy, The Lex, signing off, guys. Deuces.